We just got a theater of Rise of Skywalker, and we're here to talk about it. Before we get started, I want to remind you, hit that like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. Today I have with me Jessica from Just Be Well. I'm gonna link her down in the thingamabob below. And got my boy Marcel, MSW Creative. He does a lot of video stuff. Check him out. Also, I'm gonna link him down below. And we saw Rise of Skywalker. And what did you guys think? Ladies first.
I mean, yeah, it was really good. Some things in it that I didn't expect, but overall, I really enjoyed it. You know, I always enjoy a good Star Wars movie. So
it was better than I thought. Expectations were very low going in, to be honest with you. Wasn't that bad.
See, and for me going into it, I was excited for it, and I know that I read the reviews. I saw a lot of videos on YouTube of guys talking about it, and they tore the new one. They've been tearing it over for like the last 24 hours. But on Twitter, I saw a lot of people giving it love. So kind of ups and downsy with it, but I was ready to make my own decision because people who do this with Star Wars all the time.
They do. People are so critical of Star Wars.
Right. It's super divisive, pretty much for no reason.
Yeah.
It's a story about space wizards. And people just kind of forget that. But overall, I enjoyed it. What did you guys think going in, though?
I guess because I didn't look at any reviews or anything prior to going into to see it. So just going into it, I was just excited to see what this ending of this chapter would be. So that's just what I was interested in.
Again, yeah, I read the reviews before I went in. I was excited, but like you say, man, they just really did not have good things to say. So what was the last one? The Last Jedi was trash. So I really wasn't expecting much out of this. I really wasn't, to be honest with you. I was just ready to go in and sit in. I was ready to go in and just watch this thing end, and let's just get ready for the next. You know, whatever the new Star Wars thing is, let's get ready for that.
My biggest concern was, were they going to be able to stick the landing? Because the reception of The Last Jedi, then the turnover between JJ to Ryan and back to JJ, what was it going to be like at the very end? Because this is not just these 3 movies. This is 40 years of storytelling. This is 40 years of fandom.
Yeah.
And I was hoping they were going to stick the landing, and that was my biggest concern, especially with Palpatine coming back.
Yeah.
Alright, so what about the things that you guys liked about the movie? And not spoiler, because we're going to do that in a little bit.
But one thing I did like about it, I liked the new characters that we met in this film, because there was a lot of them. They were pretty funny. It was fresh, and so much I want to say. So yeah, I did like the characters. I liked the diversity in the film, which there was a part in. I was like, oh wow, okay, I like this, So that was really good. I like how in this one you did see more character development in some of the main characters that we've seen in the past 3-4 films that I feel like we didn't have with Skywalker. So you do see some character development. Okay. So that's what I like.
Kick it over to you.
You know, I have to say this. I hate to piggyback and not give you something new, you all, but honestly, I feel like that was my favorite part too. The characters, but particularly the worlds, the environments. I felt like The Last Jedi, it didn't really. I don't know. I didn't feel it, But this one, especially during the second act, I feel like we traveled to different places and they actually had feelings to them. They the different planets and the environments we went to. Cool. You actually felt them, and plus the characters helped too. I don't even know if naming characters is a spoiler, but there's a character in the movie that's my favorite, hands down, in the second act. But yeah.
When y'all watch it, y'all know exactly what we're talking about. So just wait till you see it.
Or you can just jump over to the spoiler video. We'll get into that.
Yes.
We'll go into very much specifics on that. What I liked about the movie was I found some parts humorous. I felt like this is the best C-3PO's ever been in a movie.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren is my favorite character in this trilogy, and this movie really justified why he is.
He's my favorite too.
And
yeah, I can say compared to the other two, in this one, I started to like him.
yeah,
because he seemed more human in this one compared to the other one. So yeah.
I could go on all day about the things I did like, because I liked Rey. I liked some of the cameo appearances. I like the nostalgia, and they ham-fisted a lot of nostalgia.
They did.
You see a lot of different, especially like scenes from like the older movies. Oh gosh, I can't say it's a spoiler, but okay, I'm not gonna say it.
They did a lot, and even with the musical score, like John Williams didn't really do a lot of extra.
I didn't feel that either.
It wasn't new.
Yeah, it was like rehash.
It was a lot of rehash, but considering because I listened to the soundtrack on its own the other day, and I was kind of underwhelmed by it. But listening for those songs in this movie, it was like, oh, I get it now, because of those nostalgia beats that they hit on.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So let's flip flop it. What didn't you guys like? If you could say it.
What didn't I like? I'm gonna put that on him to start that.
I should have been more prepared, but I think what I did not like was the inconsistency in the Force abilities. I feel like they were a little hearing it like what, Then anyway, I think number one off top, I'm thinking that's what I didn't like.
What I didn't like, I would have to say Skywalker's character in this one. I just didn't really care for his character in this one. And this was the Rise of Skywalker. And I guess when it got to the end, I understood why they called it the Rise of Skywalker. Because I'm thinking, we're thinking Luke Skywalker. I'm trying not to spoil him. I'm just trading really lightly, but I just didn't like his character. But you really see the growth in Rey and how she was, I don't know, just so much of a stronger character than Luke was. Because at some point he does admit to some things that I think that we, at this point, that we knew, but the fact that he was able to come to this conclusion about himself was really good. So yeah, it's not spoiled, right?
Nah. I feel like they packed a lot into this movie, and I said this going into the movie. If you see the video I put up before we saw the movie, I was worried that they were going to pack a lot into it, and they did that time. It was pretty bam, bam, bam a lot of the time, and it felt a little compacted. Another thing I didn't like, I wasn't completely sold on, was the Knights of Ren. I felt like they were there. I felt like they didn't do anything. They just were there to look cool. They were just the henchmen in the mask.
It was like a tease the entire movie.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
They were just floating around the entire time.
That's true.
Big tease for nothing.
Think about that.
But other than that, I could get into plot hole things later, but
I don't know. I get what you're saying about them compacting a lot of stuff in this movie. I feel like they had to. Like,
they absolutely had to.
Yeah, it needed to be compacted to give it a good, solid ending. I was satisfied with the ending. So,
right.
I don't know, were y'all satisfied with the ending?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I didn't love it, but I was satisfied.
So why didn't you like the ending?
I can't say why.
You cannot say why.
I mean,
segue.
I'm not good at this stuff. Okay.
We're gonna do a spoiler review in just a moment, but I guess to you it will be like a couple of days before this actually posted online. Give you guys an opportunity to see it, then come back here and give it a watch. I will definitely be writing a review on Facebook, so be on the lookout for that. this is it for this one. Overall, we liked it.
Yeah, I like.
We're recommending it to go see it.
Go see it.
I
Don't
would
let the
recommend-
critics.
Yeah,
Don't listen to the critics. Go see it.
yeah, definitely go see it.
And there it is. So we enjoyed the movie. We recommend you go see it. Check out the spoiler video. It's coming at you and soon. And that's it. Appreciate you guys watching. I've been JB Smith. This is Jessica with Just Be Well. Marcel with MSW Creative, and we'll see you in the next one.